Voiceover, ever been caught off guard by a declined transaction? Heart pounding, face turning red, and you're standing there, the center of attention. Well, if you're a Relay debit card user, one of the potential culprits could be hitting your spending limit. Visual, cut to a person sitting at a desk, looking confused. Voiceover, so, what exactly is the spending limit on a Relay debit card? Is it a fixed number? Can you change it? And most importantly, how can you avoid the dreaded declined transaction? Let's dive in. Visual, animated graphic of a Relay debit card spinning. Voiceover, now, the short answer to the question, what is the spending limit on a Relay debit card, is, it depends. It's not a one-size-fits-all answer. Relay, like many other financial institutions, has a system in place to prevent fraudulent activity. This means they set limits on how much you can spend in a day, a week, or even a month. Visual, graph showing different spending limit tiers. Voiceover, typically, there are three main types of limits you need to be aware of. Daily spending limit, this is the maximum amount you can spend on your card in a single day. Weekly spending limit, this is the total amount you can spend over a 7-day period. Monthly spending limit, this is the maximum amount you can spend in a month. Visual, person using a Relay card at a POS terminal. Voiceover, now, the beauty of Relay is that they give you some control over these limits. You can often set, change, or even temporarily increase your limits based on your needs. This is a fantastic feature, especially if you know you've got a big purchase coming up. Visual, animated graphic of a person adjusting sliders. Voiceover, but how do you know what your limits are? Well, Relay has got you covered. Most likely, you can check your limits through their mobile app, online banking portal, or by giving them a call. It's always a good idea to check these limits regularly, especially before making a significant purchase. Visual, warning sign graphic. Voiceover, but wait, there's more. It's not just about the spending limits you set yourself. Sometimes, merchants can also impose their own limits. This is especially common for contactless payments. So, even if you have plenty of funds available, you might get declined if you try to make a large purchase using contactless. Visual, person looking frustrated at a declined transaction. Voiceover, so, how can you avoid this embarrassing situation? Well, for starters, be aware of your spending habits. If you tend to make large purchases, it's a good idea to increase your limits temporarily. Secondly, always carry a backup payment method, just in case. And finally, communicate with your bank. If you're planning a big expense, give them a heads up. Visual, tip summary graphic. Voiceover, let's recap. The spending limit on your Relay debit card is determined by a combination of factors: the limits you set, the limits imposed by Relay, and the limits set by merchants. To avoid any surprises, check your limits regularly, be aware of merchant limits, and always have a backup plan. Visual, Relay debit card spinning, then zooming out. Voiceover, remember, knowing your limits is key to financial control. By understanding how your Relay debit card works, you can avoid unnecessary stress and enjoy your spending. Visual, on-screen text, subscribe for more financial tips. Voiceover, with that said, thanks for watching and until next time.